I'm just very thankful that, Joe Girard, he didn't want to lose the game, and he just made a couple shots that, we shouldn't be in that position. But we made some really bad turnovers to get down, then we fight back, then we made a couple bad turnovers. Joe he made some plays down the stretch. Judah made a couple big plays in the stretch, and then I don't know where he was going at the end of the game. The game's over. Just stop and hold the ball. But I don't know what he was doing really. He didn't either, obviously. And maybe that's what happens sometimes with freshmen. But Joe Girard, he gets in there and gets 7 rebounds, and we got 3 forwards that can't get 7 altogether. And, we can't win that way. It's the most frustrating thing I've ever seen in 47 years of coaching, how you can just watch and not go after the ball. I can't understand it. Louisville's pretty good. I mean, I think they're pretty good. They've had some bad shooting nights. They shot well tonight. They made a lot of shots. They make mistakes too. That's what teams that lose do. But their personnel's pretty good. Ellis is really good. James was really good tonight. We give a guy that's got 9 threes for the year, 4 of them tonight. But the last 3 games, we just haven't played good enough. We won a couple of them, but they haven't been good. And we just don't seem to be getting better. A lot of it's at the forward spot, getting the rebounds. You got to do that. But down the stretch, we missed 5 or 6 free throws, which we usually don't do early. Jesse misses 3 in a row, and Joe misses 1. We just really put ourselves in an awful situation. But at the end, Joe made the 2 threes, and he made his free throws, and Judah made his 2 that had to be made, really, the way we were playing. But it's just disappointing. And again, not because Louisville's got a bad record. I think they're pretty good. I know they haven't played well, but I think they've got some good pieces. And tonight I thought they played well. I thought our defense was pretty good. And then we go right down to the end and shoot. They shoot and miss, and we can get the rebound. I mean, you can't play good defense and then give them 15 offensive rebounds. It's just not the way to win. And I like the heart we showed at the end, but we can't keep putting ourselves in those positions because you're not going to be successful in the long run in that position. Questions? Yes, sir.
Last play, do you think Jesse knocked the ball away from Ellis, or did he just lose it?
No, they said Jesse got a piece of it. I was like, nobody was here, but it's the same thing that happened at the end of our Louisville game when I came down here in 1977, and they had Darrell Griffin and Wesley Cox, and it was a 1-point game late, and they had the ball in the middle like that, and it was on the floor, and then it went out of bounds, and it looked like there was time on the clock, but the referee said the game was over. I ran out of there. I was so happy. It was like the same thing. It was deja vu. I mean, it was the same thing. I'm thinking they're going to get the ball or something, but somehow we lucked out. I don't know where Judah was going. It was 3 seconds. He had the ball, 3.6. All he has to do is stop. Just stop. Just stop. Hold the ball, stop, move it around a little bit. If they come and trap you, timeout or something, or throw the ball. Jesse and Justin were standing wide open over there. Sometimes, freshmen just make head-scratching, puzzling mistakes. But, again, I just can't get over, how good Joe was tonight, how determined he was, and to go get 7 rebounds in this game if he didn't go back and get them, they got the ball. And, he was just really determined. I think he's having a really good year. And I think he's one of the more underappreciated players that we've had. But we're halfway through, and we're just not playing good enough. Just not forwards. And it's strange too, because Chris, when he gets a shot, he makes it, and Justin makes a shot. They can make shots. They can't do anything else, and that's just hard to win. And they're in position. They're just not used to battling, and you have to battle there. And Benny is big and strong, and he's not doing the job we need on the boards. And early Malik was, but now he's kind of gone with them, and he's kind of watching out there too. And he was very dependable, rebounding the ball and doing stuff. And tonight he played 15 minutes and didn't get a rebound. He usually plays 15, he gets 6. Again, hard to figure out. I can't. I really can't figure it out, to tell you the truth.
Jim, you've talked a lot about not being able to figure it out for the last few games. You've played a ton of guys. You've played a ton of guys all season. Is this the latest in the season that you've gone without having like a solid 5, a solid rotation? Is it because you just haven't been able to get consistency from certain guys?
Well, Chris, and it's a little misleading. We're playing Chris and Justin the same amount of time. Joe, Jesse, and Judah are playing as much as they can play.
Yeah.
So we're not really playing that many guys.
Well, you played 9 guys today. You've played 11 guys in the past.
But John Bo played 1 minute. You have to look at the actual minutes. We played 8 guys tonight. That's what I've always tried to play, a center, a guard, a forward. That's what we've always tried to play. And if Benny was playing a little better, then he'd be playing more, and we'd be playing 7.5 guys. But he shouldn't be playing the way he's playing. He comes off a game where he wins the game for us, and he comes here and plays 27 minutes and gets 3 points and 3 rebounds. He has a rebound all by himself, nobody there, and loses it out of bounds. I mean, I can't figure it out. I just can't. He's our best forward day in, day out in practice. He's shooting good, and he's 6'9". He can jump, and he's playing 27 minutes and getting 3 rebounds. I watched plays, and his man leaves to help on Jesse. He's standing on the foul line. Jesse missed the layup. He's standing on the foul line. His man is playing Jesse. If he had gone to the basket, he's got a dunk, and he's standing there. And we've showed him this and talked to him about it all year. But when guys are not playing well, like if Justin and Chris hadn't played well, I would have gone with Quadir. That would have got another guy in the game. But if those 2 guys play well, then Quadir probably won't play much. And Joe and Judah are probably staying in the game. Samir was hurt. His shoulder's bothering him. I think he'll be all right, but he was hurt. I never heard of it before. He said he could shoot, but he couldn't pass. I never heard of that one. That's a new one. That's a new one to me.
He's got some kind of wrap, though, or something on his shoulder.
That's a new one. He can do this, but he can't do that. That he can't do, but he can't do this. That's a new one. I'm not a doctor, but never heard of that one before. But look, we made for as badly as we played, for as many mistakes that we made, giving them baskets, down the stretch, we almost played perfectly down the stretch, almost. I don't have it on the top of my head, but the last few plays were Joe's 2 threes, Judah's foul shots, and then Joe's foul shots for in a row. So I don't know exactly, but it was like we had to do every one of those things to win the game by 1. At the end, we wanted to foul. That's the play we always use. I never let somebody try to shoot. And that would have worked perfectly if we didn't dribble and fall or whatever we did there. I mean, I was like watching that. I'm going, that didn't just happen, did it? How does that happen? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't know.
Coach, what was said to Benny after he came to the bench and took off his jersey and after he shoved Judah? What was going on, or what was being discussed?
Money, our budget isn't that good. Just try to put that energy in getting a rebound. That's what was said. But the end of the line, I mean, we had to find a way to win somehow. We did that. I mean, I know it probably sounds stupid to say this, but I think Louisville's going to win some games. I think Ellis is really good. I think their big guys are okay. I think James looked good to me. I mean, they're going to make mistakes, and that's how you probably do lose. I watched them play early in the year. First of all, they lost. Those teams are good. Even though they're not well-known teams, the teams they lost to, they kept losing by 1 or 2. You can lose to those teams, especially when you're struggling. But I don't think they're that bad. Maybe, and I hope they aren't. Listen,